see whether or not we're actually on any of these. As of right now, I don't see myself live anywhere. So forgive me in case you start hearing stuff bounce back and forth. My computer's running extremely slow, so I apologize for that. When I say extremely slow, I mean like extremely slow. Not even exactly sure why it's running as slow as it is, but it is tragic. So I'm still trying to see exactly where we are with everything. My computer is really starting to annoy me. So I'm beginning to think that Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern may be my perfect timing to do some of this stuff. And it definitely looks like I'm actually online on YouTube, so now I'm gonna check in on my Twitch stream. Apologize for not actually doing anything. If you guys want, you can take a look at some of my most recent pieces while I do this. I noticed that, interestingly enough, the new Scooby-Doo film coming out this weekend called Scoob actually has Shaggy dressed up as Blue Falcon, and I thought that was pretty interesting, to say the least. Considering everyone seems to have forgotten who Blue Falcon and Dynamite were, and they seem to actually be part of the... And it does look like Twitch is also working, so I'm going to go ahead and close that down. Don't want the sound coming through twice. And with that, we're going to go ahead and start our first piece of art tonight. Tonight I'm going to be using index cards. I like them because they're a little bit bigger than the normal sketch cards. So maybe other comic book sketch artists out there consider me a cheater because I'm using larger cards to actually draw on, but they're more readily available too, so because of that I actually don't mind using them. On top of that, I'm also drinking Newcastle Brown Ale tonight, so cheers to everybody out there. Got my Newcastle right here. And I also have something else to wash it down with. Now, Muttley is a very weird shaped character. almost like a cashew, if you will. He wears a like a bomber hat with bomber glasses on. So there we have a quick sketch of him done. And now we will go ahead and draw it out. You'll have to forgive me for getting quiet here. I don't see any chat going on, so if there is any chat happening, I really appreciate it. I unfortunately have lost the ability to see what may be going on in the chat, so I apologize for that. However, I'm sure everybody's having a good time trying to figure out how to draw Muttley. Looks like I messed up a little bit there. And let's see, I had a white pen here the other day, but I can't seem to find it right now. So, well, we'll just keep going. Molly does seem to have a weird tooth that sticks out. He also seems to have this weird look to his arm. where his hand comes out and kind of does this weird, let's just throw out the fingers. And then he's got his scarf, where the scarf comes out, and then you have the second piece of the scarf that comes out underneath it. And then he's kind of a beigeish character, so probably more like this color right here. I'd love to see my buddy Ryan Scheffler actually tackle some of these cartoon characters, because he's a cartoonist with his Jeff the Yeti comic, and I think that he would really capture some of these characters very well. Whereas me, I don't know, I consider myself a comic book artist, although even there are definitely people that are much better than me who do this stuff. So I hope everyone's been having a good week so far. I got some new shirts. I'm actually wearing my new Mick Foley shirt tonight. Can't see it too big on the video, but I absolutely love it. I think it's one of my favorite shirts that I now have, so you'll probably see me wearing it more and more often. This was one of the two shirts that I had made that I put on my TeePublic site that had to do with the wrestling art that I've been doing recently. I got another idea of a shirt that I'm going to do. I'm really excited about it. It may be my best shirt idea, and I'm not going to share it yet tonight, but might be my best shirt idea that I've had in a while. I just can't share it yet. Because it's a little crazy. That color is too light. You know what? We'll just take some liberties with Muttley's scarf. I think Muttley would wear a pink scarf. Of course, Muttley was most known to be with Dick Dastardly. And I always liked the Laugh Olympics that these characters would be a part of. In fact, I really miss Laugh Olympics. I kind of wish that they'd go back and they'd do more of that. There's Muttley. I think that I actually did all right with him, considering where I started and where I'll end up finishing with this piece of art. You know what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna use this metallic green to color it in. Totally a waste of one of my favorite metallic markers, but Why not do something a little cool and special? The only problem with the metallic colors is that they actually go over all of the other colors and they don't blend or anything, so you got to be really careful with them, which is something that, as you guys have seen watching me do this, I am not. So I went back and I started watching The Boys again, the Amazon comic book series based on the Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson comic series. Um, I absolutely love it. I think that it is probably the best comic book TV series actually put on paper and then on film. Um, I only read a couple issues of the comic, so I'm not sure whether or not it's actually as uh, by the comic as some others try to be. Uh, I obviously think that Sin City by Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller absolutely blew that door open. Um, and right now on Instagram, if you actually follow me, you'll see that I'm doing my 10-day comic challenge. And my 10-day comic challenge is all based on comics that inspire me or that I have to read at least once a year. Um, and I've had people like Rob Nikolakakis, the artist of X Liefelds, and soon to be the artist of the new Immortal series. Um, I've had people like him actually have to participate in it, and he's jumped right in. So it's been a lot of fun with that. So all right, so there's Muttley. I think I did all right with him. I think he looks pretty accurate. Maybe a little too accurate. We'll put him back up in a couple minutes. But then my buddy Ryan Tyndall, owner of lots of dogs, mentioned another dog character that I should try to draw, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to draw him as well. I'm not going to say who it is yet because I kind of want anybody out there who's watching to kind of figure it out. But I think by the time I do this part right here, you'll be able to figure it out. And if you weren't able to figure it out yet, I really apologize. It's pretty obvious, I feel. Um, and with this one, we're actually gonna go ahead and use our Pigma brush because I just like the way that that ends up looking. Pigment brush definitely allows for coloring in your blacks really easily. Everybody know who it is yet? Again, I can't see your comments tonight, so I apologize. One of these nights I'll either have somebody in here with me so that they can keep up with that, or we'll do something to kind of that's right, folks, it's Underdog. And again, he's pretty much the same color, so we're going to go ahead and color him in real quick. I am going to say once again that this is the first time that I've drawn any of these characters that you're seeing. So if you don't think that they look all that accurate, I apologize. But I think I've captured most of them pretty well. I got one more in mind for tonight, by the way. So we'll get Underdog here done. Underdog's got a big white U. And he's got a blue cape, which this is probably a little too dark, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. "100% honesty here. I just don't feel like looking for another color blue at this time of night. I just wanted to make sure that I came on and actually did some drawing this week, since I've been at work more than I had been recently. So there's Underdog, and then we'll give him a background color as well. Not gonna go crazy with the hard to fill in colors. I felt that the last one was fun to do with some metallic colors, but we're just gonna stick with normal green here.